What's up guys, it's Sean from the Custom iPhone channel. Today we will be giving you a special treat. We'll be previewing iOS 7 for the iPad mini. Now as you can see here, the clock interface and the date and time interface is completely different from iOS 6 in the previous versions. The slider is different. You can actually slide from anywhere now. Don't know if you can see that too well. You can slide from anywhere from the clock up there. It's really awesome. We have the camera option here, which I'll go over in more detail later. Now as you open up the iPad, unlock it, we have different icons for basically everything. The Messages app is different, the Photos app, the Camera app. Every stock app that comes with Apple is different, and that's what they tried to reinvent with iOS 7. They gave it a complete facelift with everything. We now have live wallpapers. Now I don't know if you guys noticed that too much, but the bubbles in the background, this is called the dynamic background, so only Apple provides these, unfortunately. Hopefully they'll have more when iOS 7 officially releases, but for now they don't. Now as you can see, the bubbles here, they kind of come in and out as time goes by. I don't know if you can see that too clearly, but it is moving around, and as you move the device around as well, the bubbles also move. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now many people are asking, what is this called, the flat design? It's called skeuomorphic design. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it, but Johnny Ive, I believe his name is, he decided to get rid of all linen backgrounds. Anything that looks like real life, he tried to get rid of, because real life just doesn't do too well with electronic interfaces. So he got rid of that, and he gave it a complete facelift, and now we have a kind of flat design, redesigned icons. Now you can't really see it from where you're at, but the clock app right here, it actually goes by the real time. So right now it's 3:50, and the clock app actually says 3:50 in analog time. So now let's go over some new gestures, and it's only really one new gesture that it has, and that's to swipe up from the bottom here. If you swipe up from the bottom here, it brings up the control center. The control center is completely new to iOS. And maybe not new to some of you guys out there. As you can see here, we have our player options for the music. We have the volume controls, play, pause, next track, previous track, airplane mode, Wi-Fi, settings, toggles, stuff like that. We have AirDrop, and we have our quick app to the timer and the camera, and we also have our brightness toggle. Now the quick app toggles, they're not customizable right now. I don't know if they will be in the release of the official iOS 7, but for now they're not. So let's go ahead and go into our notification center. Our notification center is all new. This is where your calendars would be. So essentially, if you have an appointment, it would appear here. It will tell you what time the event is, just like the other notification center, but it's kind of more not realistic, but it's a lot more neat in this one. And as you go through right here, you have your other notifications, your all notifications. So say you have a notification from iMessage, for example, it'll show up in all, and missed would be like missed FaceTime calls or something like that. And let's go ahead and go over the new Siri voice. Now Siri, she has a more human-like voice, so I find it a lot better than the previous versions. Hi, how are you today?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Tell me a joke.
Boss, I don't really know any good jokes. None, in fact.
So we see that she does have a more human-like voice than she did previously. Before it was kind of more robotic. Here it's the same voice, it's just a lot more human-like I have said a lot before. So it also has a new feature. You can actually change Siri's voice. So if we go into settings here, we can change her voice to a male. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Tell me a joke.
How many iPhones does it take to... Okay, never mind.
So she still has her sense of humor. She still, well, it's not a she, it's a he now. Siri still has the sense of humor that it had before. Now it's available in a male and female voice. And now another thing that we have here is multitasking. Now multitasking is completely redesigned. Well, maybe you've seen it before, but on the iPad, on the official OS, it's never been seen before, unless you jailbroke your device, obviously. So we see here, this is how you toggle through your multitasking. Here's your settings app that we were just on, the camera app. This is how you toggle through the multitasking, and it's pretty sweet if you ask me. And to get rid of the apps out of the multitasking, so to essentially kill them in the background, you just swipe up like that and it gets rid of them. So let's go ahead and go into the camera. Camera is real nice. It has a completely new interface. Nothing obviously with the camera itself. Nothing exactly with the camera itself. No hardware differences obviously, because this is just the iPad mini. The new one hasn't been released yet. But as you can see here, there's a new way of getting through the different options of the camera. There's video, photo, and now there's a square option that they just added. The video option, it's all the way at the top here, so you just scroll twice up there, or however many times up there to get to the video. Scroll down for photo, and you scroll down again for square, and square is a different interface. It's a square frame, so you don't have the full rectangular one. I don't know what you would exactly use that for, but it's there. Now we also have the grid here. The grid isn't available in the camera app anymore. It's actually in the settings app. You have to go into settings and then go into camera, and then that's where you can put your grid on. The iPad mini also comes with HDR as well, and it didn't have HDR before. I don't know if they'll keep this on the OS, but it does have it now. HDR is available on the iPad mini. So if you notice, it has a Windows style multitasking and their live wallpapers. I just found it a lot like Windows 8, how Windows 8 was kind of colorful. You know, it kind of popped out at you, and iOS 7 really does this. So Apple definitely really is taking a stand towards the other devices. They're not sticking to their same routine like they have since the first iPhone. So this is a very big change for Apple in general. That's about it for this video. If you guys would like to know how to get iOS 7 Beta 6 onto your device before the end date, I mean not the end date, but before the release date in September, I believe September 10th, please let me know down below in the comments. Also subscribe and like this video so I know that you guys really do care. Yeah, so again, comment if you want me to post a video on how to put iOS 7 onto your iDevice. Subscribe to me so you can at least get the video, and then like this video because that'll help me a lot in the end. So again, have a nice day guys, and keep watching for more.